Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chase at Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for checking in with us. So today we have our 2024 Dual Sport and Adventure Helmet Buyer's Guide. And if you've seen one of our buyer's guides in the past, you know the deal. I'm just gonna walk through. We've got 6 helmets up here on the table. I'm going to walk through and I'm going to briefly talk about each one and just cover some of the key highlights and features about these that put them up here in our top 6. From here, what you need to do is if you find one or a couple helmets that you're interested in, go watch the product spotlights, because in those videos I go into much more thorough detail. I talk about all the ins and outs and show you the helmet and all the features that it has. So watch those to get all the details. Today is just kind of help you decide which direction, which one might be best for you. And I would love it if you do have one of the helmets that we have up here today. Comment below which one you have, what you like and dislike about it, or if there's a helmet you have that's not up here and you think it should, let us know what that is. With that being said, let's kick it off with helmet number 1. This is the MSR Xpedition. Look, if you're just getting into dual sport, adventure, touring, riding, you're just looking for a good budget-friendly helmet that's got some good features, this is gonna be a great option. You're sub $200. You've got plenty of vents on this helmet. You've got the MIPS liner system, which is a great safety feature. Most of us now are familiar with MIPS, but this multi-directional impact protection system helps reduce the rotational forces to the rider's head and brain in the event of a crash. But another nice feature about the Xpedition that you don't typically see at this price point is with the face shield. So it's optically correct, and you notice that at the bottom of it, where you get that seal, there's no bevel, so when you want to crack the face shield, you don't have that big bevel that can sometimes distract the rider and be in your field of view. So overall, rock solid helmet, sub $200. From there, you have the Bell MX-9 Adventure with MIPS. Just like the Xpedition, it does have the MIPS liner system. The MX-9 Adventure has been around for several years now, and this helmet really is a spin-off of the MX-9 motocross helmet that Bell had. They, changed the shell shape just a little bit as far as the venting. They slapped the shield and a visor on it and called it their adventure helmet. The reason it's been so popular, it's a very comfortable helmet. It's affordable. You're in that mid $200 price point. I've ridden in the MX-9 Adventure, and really the only knocks that I have is it is the heaviest helmet that we have up here on the table, so you kind of notice that weight, and it's definitely not the most quiet. If I'm listening to music in this helmet, I've got to have earbuds, so it gets pretty noisy, and it does have some good buffeting at higher speeds. But again, it's a good, just like the Xpedition, it's a good, affordable helmet that can get you into dual sport adventure riding. But don't take my word for it. Go read rider reviews, and again, go watch that product spotlight. Then right here in the middle, we have the Scorpion EXO 18960. We'll get to the Shoei here in just a moment. But if you are shopping for a modular helmet, this has been one of the best sellers year after year. It's affordable, it's sub $300, and there's a lot of features built into this helmet that even I always surprise myself when I see it and think, man, it's a lot of helmet for the price. So what you get here with this, a full modular means the chin bar can flip up completely out of the way. It's a one-handed operation. A lot of riders really like just the functionality or the versatility of a modular helmet, whether you just want to pop up that chin bar to talk to somebody, if you want to take a drink or eat a snack, and you don't have to take your helmet off to do that. It just gives you a little bit more versatility. We have a rider here at Rocky Mountain that's been using the EXO 18950, the previous version of this helmet, for a few years, and he said that he has absolutely loved it. And I also think too that the Scorpion, they definitely designed this to where you can take the face shield off, rock goggles, or you can take the visor off, wear it as a street helmet. It's definitely, I think, one of the better looking options for a street helmet or just even a touring helmet when you take that visor off. And again, at this price, sub $300, you also have a drop-down sun visor built in as well. So overall, the only knock I can give is it's a little bit heavy, but that kind of comes with the territory when you get into a modular helmet. So next up, you have the Arai XD4. Now the next 3 helmets, pretty big price jump. You're gonna jump up to north of $600. But with these 3, these are what I consider just the premium options in this category. Now, Arai is a Japanese company, very traditional. All their helmets are handmade. And that is one thing about both Arai and the Shoei we'll get to, is the craftsmanship on these helmets, I think, is second to none. Now, it is also worth mentioning too that the XD4 is just one of 2 helmets up here that are Snell certified. If you're not too familiar with Snell, it's a private nonprofit organization, and they're just known for having the most rigorous safety standards and testing when it comes to their helmets. So for some riders, they want Snell, some aren't that concerned about it. That's going to be rider preference. But with the XD4, this has been around for a while. And Arai, they're kind of one of those companies that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They haven't made too many updates to this helmet now for quite a few years, but that's not a bad thing. And this is the helmet that's been most used by a lot of our riders here at Rocky Mountain on our dual sport adventure rides over the years. And one thing you're gonna hear people talk about is just how comfortable the XD4 is. It's super comfortable. What's kind of cool too is that both the cheek pads and the crown of the comfort liner, there's little 5mm peel-aways that you can take off if you want to refine the fit a little bit. And we also have extra pads available on our website that you can buy if you want thicker or thinner pads to just fine tune the fit of the XD4. But some other little features about it that we really like, and it's the little things about this helmet that we notice, is on the face shield, it's the only shield up here that actually has vents that are built into it. So you can get some airflow going in. That's also gonna help with fogging. We also like too that with the Arai, that you can just barely crack the face shield when you just want a little bit of airflow to come in. And so, it's not all these shields allow you to do that. Sometimes the first detent when you pop a shield open, it's gonna be right in your field of view, not with the shield on the Arai. But again, like I said, just holding it, you can tell the build quality is really good. All the vents on here you can open and close. It doesn't do anything spectacular, but it does everything well. Don't take our word for it. Again, go read rider reviews, but the XD4 has definitely been one of our favorite helmets over the years. Next up, you have the Klim Krios Pro. And what you're gonna notice, the first thing about this helmet is the weight, and that's what Klim really prides themselves in. So it's a full carbon fiber shell, and it's about a ½ pound lighter than the next closest helmet up here. Now, a ½ pound on paper might not seem like a lot, but I promise you, if you could go through and pick up each one of these helmets that are up here, you will notice how much lighter the Krios feels. And for all-day rides on the bike, that's something that you're probably gonna notice, having that, a lighter helmet. Klim does wind tunnel testing to help give the best aerodynamics possible, to help eliminate any wind buffeting at higher speeds. It's a quiet helmet, it's very comfortable, and they also have a material in here called Koroyd, which is pretty unique, only helmet up here that uses it. And what's cool about Koroyd is how well it can breathe. And it's actually just little green laser welded tubes. And if you look at the inside of this helmet, you'll see big old cutouts in the EPS, and you'll see that Koroyd. What's cool about Koroyd is that air can just travel right through it, but it still has really good energy absorption when it comes to impacts. So again, Koroyd, very unique material, but with the Krios Pro, comfortable, super lightweight, and some pretty innovative safety technology that is built into this thing. All right, last but not least, you have the Shoei X2 Hornet. Again, it's kind of the battle of the Japanese between this and the Arai. Just like the Arai Shoei, traditional company, and I'm gonna say it again, the craftsmanship, the build quality on these, it is hard to beat. And with the Shoei, the only real knock I'm gonna give to it is the weight. It is one of the heavier helmets that is up here, but the way that they distribute that weight and when you wear it, it doesn't feel that heavy. But when I put on the X2 Hornet, first thing I notice is the comfort is phenomenal. I also notice how quiet the helmet is. They do a lot of wind tunnel testing with the X2 Hornet to get the least amount of buffeting as possible, aerodynamics, but also get that noise down. If I was a rider that spent a lot of time on highway miles or higher speeds, and I wanted the most quiet helmet I could get, I'm probably gonna steer you towards the X2 Hornet for that reason. Another little feature about the X2 Hornet that I noticed too is that the face shield has the most detents when you open it. So as you crack it open, you can have it just open, you can have it mid, all the way up. So it gives you a lot of options there. And you also notice too that both the Klim and the Shoei have pins on the face shield. So they come pin lock ready, which is one of the best anti-fogging solutions that is out there. In fact, the X2 Hornet comes with a pin lock shield inside the box that you can run right away when you get the helmet. But again, you gotta go watch the product spotlight because there are a lot of other great features about the X2 Hornet, and just like the Arai, it is the other option up here that is Snell certified. And that does it. That is our 2024 Dual Sport Adventure Helmet Buyer's Guide. Like I said, I was very brief. That was intentional because I want you just to look at a few of these, figure out which one you feel is gonna be best for you, and then go watch the product spotlight, read rider reviews. You can ask questions on the product page, get answers from customers who have bought and are using these helmets. As always, if you do have any more questions, we are here to get those answered. I've used a lot of these helmets. I have other riders here who have used a lot of these helmets, so we can give you more feedback. So do not hesitate to leave that down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel, and as always, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com right now to get yours. We ship for free over 75 bucks. And we do our fit guarantee. Any helmet you buy, if you don't like how it fits, you can send it back in brand new, unused condition. I always recommend wear a helmet for at least an hour, maybe two. Make sure there's no hot spots, no spots that you think are gonna be a problem for you when you're wearing the helmet for longer periods on the bike. And if you do notice that, again, you can send it back in brand new, unused condition. We'll give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange to make sure you get the size and the fit that's best for you. I'm Chase, we'll see you on the trails.